Hey guys, this is Chris. I'm here with Elena. Now 3D displays have been long talked about here, but we haven't seen a lot of like really cool glasses-free stuff until
I actually went to the Samsung booth, and they have this gigantic, it's like over 100 inches, and it's a combo. So you've got glasses-free 3D and 8K in a single display.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's like a monster.
it's a little intense.
So 8K, as we know, isn't really ready for prime time because 4K is just coming into being right now and getting, bigger and so forth. So these kinds of things, we're not going to see them soon.
Right, this is a prototype that they were showing. They're not talking specs, they're not talking pricing, none of that stuff.
But tell me how it felt, because you are not a fan of traditional 3D. And I, for the home, I think it's kind of weird too. You're walking around in your comfortable space with glasses on, looking at your family with glasses on. It's kind of weird, right? But this eliminates that. How did it feel?
So for me especially, when I'm watching a movie in 3D or even looking at a 3D TV, I have to put those glasses on. And I already wear glasses. I don't use contacts.
Right.
And then I have kind of a flat bridge. So the fact is, like, I'm a seal with like a ball on my nose. I'm like this, where it's like, okay, I got to balance this. Now I can watch TV.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes away from the experience. But with this, you stand right in front of the display. If you're off to the side, it changes the angle. You don't really get the same effect.
Right.
But you just look at it, and it's right there in 3D.
So, what's the cone? Do you think? Like, what's the angle where it becomes you can't really see 3D? Like off to.
It was kind of hard to gauge, honestly, just because there was such a crush of people around this display.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say it's pretty narrow, honestly. Like that.
So that's always been kind of my thing. Is like you're gonna sit on the couch and watch this, but you can't have 4 people sitting at one little
Everyone
point.
in each other's laps.
So like that's where they need to take it to.
I mean, as the tech improves, right, they'll expand it out more. What I'm actually really interested in finding out is like if this experience is going to be really dramatically different between like say like 1080 versus 8K. And like, we were talking, earlier about how we weren't really sure about 4K and 8K being worth it. Could turn out maybe that 8K is what really pushes this kind of experience.
Well, the difference also is that you've got your glasses here, so like your experience comes up to this point. But when you're looking at it at TV, it's still at the distance where you're seeing it, right? It comes out a little bit, but it doesn't come all the way to the glasses region. Or am I wrong? Like, does it feel like it comes up to your face?
With like this glasses-free experience,
glasses-free.
It's really interesting because the demonstration they were showing had this guy like skydiving, right? And so it was at a distance, but it felt natural. It was almost, I wouldn't say it was exactly like seeing it in person, but it felt more like, okay, if I was going to watch someone fall from the sky in front of me, that's what it would look like.
But you're going to get a call from Samsung. They're going to be like, can we say it's like being there in person?
Of course.
That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Of
course. What's your hope for this? Like when do you think is the very first time we could ever see this in a retail model?
Gosh, I mean, just given what's going on with 4K, I mean, I would say not for at least like maybe 3 years.
Wow.
I mean,
and then really expensive.
And it all depends on the adoption rate, really, right?
So 4K is really successful, and then people want the next best thing. They might move on to it.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, it's going to be like the way 4K has been the last few years, right?
Yeah.
Because 4K wasn't even announced last year; it was earlier than that, and only now we're starting to see and hear them talk about content.
Yeah.
So if we're only at that stage with 4K, I mean, seriously, 3 years is me being super optimistic and everyone being super on board, like not necessarily for consumer space, but like displays and signage and that kind of stuff in a commercial kind of application.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I think we're a ways out still.
Okay. Well, I'm on board because I want to get rid of those glasses and bring that sucker into my home. For everything 3D, TVs, and CES, stay tuned to IGN.com.